What up, though? What up? What up? Brickhouse Radio Live. We late, baby. I don't care because it's my baby birthday. It's her birthday. Yes. I got a motherfucking daughter, 25 years old. Today. Today. Let me tell you something about Miss Canajas Tomatoes. She had Anne Arundel Medical on lock. She had no worries when she came into this world. Do you hear? She was surrounded by a lot of love. All her needs were met. And it was the 90s. Like, let me tell you something. I appreciate the fact that Child Protective Services never took my baby. And I'm going to say this because I was wild. Fuck it. Y'all know what it was. I was out here. I was getting locked up. Bitches was trying to run me over with cars, hit me with crowbars. Like, I ain't know. This, and y'all, this could have been a collect call. My nigga, I could have caught a body or anything. Like, that was happening. Like, my daughter went through all of that shit with me. Do you hear? And today she's 25. Like, my baby done been in the car seat where I done jumped out and beat the fuck out of bitches. All facts, no printer. Right. No CPS. Police came to my house to lock my black ass up. Nothing but the Lord and Shanika Douglas saved my baby from going to CPS. Boom. My baby lived through all of that. She graduated high school, even at 9 months pregnant. She did it though. And guess what? Now she works for the school system. Fire. And she takes good care of her son. He was soon to be 7 years old. So any of the motherfucking bitches that thought, oh, she wasn't gonna be nothing but whoop whoop whoop. Guess what? She alright. She probably doing better than a lot of you bitches. And right now, Lord bless everything she holding it. She ain't got no voucher. She trying to get a little piece of car. She trying to do what she gotta do to take care of her son. A lot of you bitches won't even get off on fucking welfare checks and getting TCA. I'm not saying for those that need it, you need it. But a lot of you bitches don't want nothing other than crab legs and your legs cracked open. That's it. That's all you want. Blunts and your back blew out. That's all you want in life. There's more to that. It's more to that. And yeah. So yeah, if you see her out drunk, guess what? She don't drink. So if she drunk, she decided she wanted to drink that day. Leave her the fuck alone. If you ain't gonna help her, stay the fuck out of her face. Dead ass. That's still my baby. Even though she's 25, that's still my baby. Always gonna be that. And I wish y'all know the Lord. Because I love that lady. You know? I've been a little emotional today because I know that today is a milestone. You know, it's a blessing for a young person to make it to 25 these days. I mean, God, so many things. Like, I'm thankful for all the things that she doesn't indulge in, which, takes a little pressure off of me as a parent, you know? So I'm just glad that, I've been blessed to have her as long as I've had her, because me and her came in this world together rough, rough, you know. And I thank all my Bywater honeys that was there for me from the time of conception until right this minute. You know, BB got a lot of aunties. Let her tell it, you know. She got a lot of ladies that been in her life 25 years, you know, and she got mad love for y'all. And I appreciate y'all keeping her ass in check. You see her, y'all know what it is. Like, I ain't never been ashamed. Because, like, I tell her, like, bitch, if somebody call you BB, they know you know you. And if they just call you Kanaja, that means they probably know me or daddy or your father, you know. But most time, only somebody that's been in my circle and been that close and around me and around her all her life calls her BB or beep or anything similar to that. So know that. But just been real emotional today thinking about that, and you know how we came in, and like somebody else that was a part of her life during that time was the fucking key onion. Like, she could not get enough of that fucking BB. Like, she would just come in the house and just pick her up, just hold her whole time. Or what's she wearing today? Let me pick her out her stuff. Like, that shit. Like, she was like a baby doll to us. But she shit, she cried. I remember Kiva babysat her ass one day. I had to go work. That motherfucker ate a 50 count box of fucking Hershey chocolate bars. It didn't get sick. I just knew that motherfucker was gonna be shit that's throwing up everywhere, yo. That motherfucker got a stomach of steel. BB-8. That's when I came to the realization that she's a chocoholic. She could not help. And she went through all of them motherfuckers. Everyone. She was her Aunt Wendy said what none of the motherfucking rappers. Everything was empty. That fucking BB girl. Oh Lord. Mm. But long live Keonya Brown. Mm. But no. Again, she came to the hospital, you know. But of course, fucking Key was she there when I went. She fucking I'm their house. So yeah, I appreciate that, man. That was a time in my life that shit could have went a lot worse than what it did. I will say it could have went a lot worse than what it did, but I appreciate the support being a young mom and ultimately a single mother for a little bit. You know, I appreciate everybody that fucking did her hair, or shout out to her godparents, Mush and Courtney, that made sure she had Pampers and shoes and whatever. Like, real shit, real shit. My village for BB, definitely fire. Definitely fire. And that's why today has been so emotional, because just knowing both of my parents are gone. And those are two people that I know that love that woman. And I can't say that little girl, because she's 25. But you know, to us, she's always gonna be that little baby to us. You know. And my dad, like, she would go with him every summer. If she wasn't with him, she was with her Aunt Gail and her grandmother. Rest in peace, both of them, all three of them. And my mom was, she felt like she was in her life every day, because I paid for. Because when I had Kanaja, I wasn't on medical assistance. I was still covered under my mom's insurance. under her, because my mom had worked for the federal government. So I was still covered. I was covered up until I was like 26, something like that. But once I had Kadaja, I got my own shit. I just, whatever. But she was like, I paid for her. But just knowing that she couldn't call Kanaja today and saying everybody that know my mom, knew if she remembered your birthday, she would call you. If she wasn't right there next to you or would see you and sing her little, version of the happy birthday song. So just those little things, they mean a lot. They mean a lot because that's how I feel on my birthday. When my birthday comes, like as far as not both of my parents on, because usually my parents, that's crazy, even though they wasn't together, like they would call me on three-way, like on my birthday and shit. Like it was weird. They still had a friendship. So that's why, you know, to have a friendship with my daughter and a love and respect for her, and she has respect for me, that is, you know, that's rare these days. And I'm gonna be honest because a lot of people her age and younger don't really have respect for elders. They really don't display the type of manners and, you know, courtesies that my kids display, because I was always a stickler about that because that's the way I was raised. I seen that how it works. So it wasn't to, oh, because like a lot of people say, "Oh, my kids talk like white people." Well, if they articulate their words and that's what you consider my babies to be white, well, fine. They didn't grow up in Southeast like me. They didn't grow in Cali like they father. They didn't live in the hood like that. Like Kanasha did, but we ain't lived in a hood in probably almost 10 years now. So they don't know what that life's like. You know? They excited to see the ice cream truck when motherfucking ice cream truck came through our hood. That's how some motherfuckers got a chance to eat that day. Nigga, the ice cream truck don't come, you fuck. Ain't nothing in the crib. Motherfuckers, so I done seen some motherfuckers just be too proud to even be like, yeah, nigga, I'm hungry. You got a plate or something. And get a sandwich, something. But like, that's like the Bywater Honeys thing. That's what made us different. Like somebody mama was always cooking and we was always welcome. Always welcome. Like if I could count how many people my mother fed, this podcast, I don't even know how long I will be on here. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. Because between my mother and Miss Ella May and fucking Wendy and Miss Stephanie, they, and KB, we kept on my fucking plate. But nobody going hungry. They were like, oh, what your mother had? We exchange plates. Like me and Kiva used to do that shit all the time. They be like, oh, Miss Hope made that spaghetti. Let me get that. I be like, oh, what you got that lasagna? Oh, what you do? Yeah, let's go ahead and swap that out. Let's swap it out, baby. Let's swap it out. Like I ain't never been ashamed. Like, and see, and that's why a lot of my homegirls fuck with me. I was always the breakfast bitch. Ever since, like, this is crazy, y'all. For anybody, I want to apologize for any discrepancies that I've had with anybody over the years, like as a teenager and young, cause like we used to do crazy shit, like all that crazy wild shit. We was out there fighting and all that, nigga. We would go to the hood and eat breakfast, and I would usually be the one that cooked, and that's real shit, real shit. Like that's how we rock, and sit around and talk about that shit and smoke reefer, and eat pancakes, bacon and eggs, waffles, sausage, scrapple, whatever. Because my mother would just get to the point, she would just come down here and with y'all, yeah, especially if I made grits. She'd be like, oh yeah, let me go ahead and get mine. Get my little piece of cheese. Because I know you made all my sausages just like I like it. And go about her business. This ain't no shit. But yeah, Okanaja made it through all of that, y'all. All of that, honey. If y'all wonder what I'm doing, I'm looking for my Carmack. It was all the way in the bottom of my fucking bag. I know you heard it. Sorry about that. And see, this is fire. This is my husband thought about this because he got to kiss me. I'm not saying I'm endorsing them. I'm gonna cover the name, but let me bring it back a little bit because it's a little bright. Oh yeah, the camera right here. Yeah, you can't see it, but it's mango peach, and it smells fucking bomb. It smells better than that ever Max that you use on your lips. It don't have that medicine-y smell. It smells pretty delicious. And it still gives you that good moisturization that you get with the regular Carmex. But it just smells better. But yeah. 25 years, shorty. Woo! Child. Listen, let me tell you something about her. Time. So, 90s, early 2000s, up until 2006. Single mom, living La Vida Loca. You know what I mean? Living La Vida Loca. I guess, I don't know if my baby, maybe she was tired of eating chicken. I don't know what it was, but that's what I was fixing for dinner, and I don't think she wanted that. She took a 24 pack of wings and hid them in her room underneath her pillow. Yes, she had to be, when she was going through that stage, she was like 4. So yeah, because I remember one night I made some snickerdoodle cookies. Her and her friend at the time decided that they wanted to mess with it. They took the salt out the kitchen. It was so sandy in her room, y'all. It sounded like a fucking beach. As soon as I walked in there, all you heard was shh, shh. Like, what the hell? I look, it's salt all on the floor. Toothpicks where they was making the snickerdoodles. I guess they was the Diddy and had them as hors d'oeuvres or whatever. 2 dozen of snickerdoodles. Disrespected. Motherfucking respected. I ain't know what to do. I was so upset. Yeah, so she done some shit. She done some shit. But that's still my rollie. I kept her. I kept her. But like she ain't never been the Ma, fuck you. I don't give a fuck what you say. Nigga, I'ma do what the fuck I want. Gang, gang. Y'all know I wake up waiting for foolishness. And because of that, her not being like that, is why she still got all her original teeth, y'all. Gang, gang on that. Yeah, my weave getting a little tangly. Gotta get up on it. Got gotta get ahead of it before it get too out of control. But yeah, that's why she still got all her original teeth, y'all. It's my baby. I love her. She the woman all day long. But she respects her mama. And I love the fact that she respects her mama. It makes our relationship a lot smoother. I ain't gonna say we always was the best of buddies, and I ain't gonna say we always see eye to eye and agree on everything. But certain things, as family, we agree to disagree, and we move on from it. Ain't nobody disrespecting nobody. Ain't nobody calling each other out their names. And I've tried to be more mindful of the things that I say because she's a woman and I'm a woman, you know. But still, in the ranking, I'm still your mama, you know. You still gonna have that level of respect for me, you know. And she does display that, and that's why I love her. And it ain't because I'm bashing it in her head to do it. And that's why we don't really have no issues. Because she does it on her own accord. Which makes help me to help you to help us. You feel me? So that's why I love her. Because she's a woman. Like I said it once, I said it again. Motherfuckers say what they want about her. She's doing better than some of y'all daughters. You know? I ain't saying she's stunting on nobody. I ain't saying none of that. She may listen late, but she listen. That's what I'm trying to say. She may listen late, but she listen. So, I know a couple people need to take heed to that. Boop. Yep. Whole wig. I ain't got shit glued down. And thank God that bitch is holding on. Won't he do it? Sling it back. Like, I couldn't have real hair like this in real life. This shit would drive me crazy. It would drive me nuts. Because it would stay bunded up all the fucking time. All I would do is wear it bunded up. All the time. So I would do different shit. But I would never be able to wear it braided. That's why I keep my hair a certain length. So as though I can do shit like this and still get braided. If I let my hair grow out, it could grow out probably this far, but I'm good. I'm good. But yeah, man, I got a 25-year-old motherfucker. I can't believe it. And yes, plain face Jane. Y'all know I like to give my a break because you know I had to be made up on one of my chill days because I was in the District of Columbia help filming a film. uh-huh. No, serious business though, but I love the experience. It was very smooth. I didn't feel pressured. I didn't get disrespected. It was a good experience and looking forward to doing it again sometime if possible. You know, wasn't no monetary exchange, but the experience was worth it, you know. And again, everybody was really, respectful. Um, I was comfortable and was able to go from a situation where I was actually an extra. I was invited to be an extra and then wound up having a role in the movie. So, I mean, it's not a speaking part, but just being there, I think that's pretty dope. I think that's pretty dope. So, um, That is boom. Shout out to Manika Willis. Hey, boo. I appreciate her. And Miss Kiki. Hey. It's my extended niece. I say extended because there's no DNA, but she my niece, and that's all the fuck you need to know. That's all you need to know. And I love her, and she my niece. Anybody I say that to, they know how I rocks, you know? But yes, so that was that was a win-win situation because I spent most of the day in the city. No, I wasn't restricted to just the set. I'm from DC, so I went visited. Wind up going to my cousin's house, and I don't mean just somebody I say that's my cousin. No, this is DNA now. We talk about DNA. We talk about data now. Her daddy, my daddy, was brothers. Her daddy's still here, fortunately, and he's my last living uncle on my dad's side. And me and her been like this since we was anyway. So that's my girl. And so I spent the day with her. I was at her house. We chilled. I got dressed and stuff there. She dropped me off because I'm the little cousin. She's older than me. So she felt as though she needed to make sure that I got there safely because I don't live in DC anymore. She like, these motherfuckers crazy, cuz nah. I'ma come get you. And yeah, and then I'm gonna come. I'm gonna drop you off. Just call me. I'm not going to sleep. Nope, I ain't gonna be able to sleep till I know you home. And see, that is my impression of my cousin Nenny Boo. Yes, her name is Nenny Boo. My grandmother nicknamed her that. So, but her real name is Monica. But among the cousins and her daddy, sometimes she's Nenny Boo. So, and that's my cousin Nenny. But yep, I love her. I love her. We sat around, motherfucking ate ham sandwiches. Like, I'm sorry to all my Akis. Like, that is like pretty much the one thing, because I'm a foodie. So to give up pork completely, I can't. I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't gonna hold y'all. And that's try not to disrespect Allah or any of that. Like, I'm not making fun of the religion. I'm just being honest. So I don't be disrespectful, you know. But I like other shit too. But that's why I couldn't just be, what is it, Presbyterian? Pesca. When they just eat the seafood. Because that fuck with your cholesterol. I'm already fighting. And see, that's why I need to be able to eat a little bit of everything so that I don't have to just be bored with one thing. Does that make sense? But yeah. So everything is awesome. Yes, so yeah, your girl was in a little in a little movie or whatever. So I'm excited about that. It's not no big budget film. It ain't no, but when it does come out and it does premiere, I will make sure I let y'all know whatever platform it will be released on and the title. And if you have those services or however, or wherever to find it, because it may be on YouTube, I don't know. I don't know. It was just something I was pulled into, and it wasn't a porno. It had an actual plot to it. They had characters. So yeah, but definitely appreciate the experience. And, like I said, it was a win-win that time with my cuz and, was doing something constructive. And she's supportive, especially when I'm doing something creative. That's how she's always been. Like, even like that's the only person that probably heard any of my poetry when I was little. Like, I love her. And she would tell me if it was ill. She would tell me, nah, that's some bullshit. And fortunately, she had, because I'm not gonna bring her no bullshit. I'm gonna make sure that shit right before I bring it to her, because I know she gonna call me on my shit. So that's what's up, though. That's crazy. But I never thought that's on my bucket list, though. Like, I don't know, my bucket list is fire right now. And guess what it is, y'all? I'm playing a bartender. How ironic is that? Cray cray, right? Love it. I play a fucking bartender. So I'm like, this shit here. But it's dope. It's dope. So I just appreciate, again, I appreciate the experience. And like I said, I keep everybody up to speed on it. But yeah, my bucket list is fire right now, though. So I checked off being a bartender off my list first. Okay. Then I got the puppy. Now I've been in the mood. Like I'm going to on that. Like I'm glad that I don't feel restricted about certain shit now. I mean, it's dope. I feel like, I feel like everything will be good at the end of the day, you know, because I don't quit. And I'm not saying that, oh, it's all because of me. No, it takes a village. But I'm glad I helped motivate my village to want to do the right thing. Like, I'm satisfied with my son's report card. The baby girl, not so much, y'all. Booger surprised me. She on some bullshit. No, I didn't give her no double chest kick, double foot chest kick. I ain't do that. 2 foot chest kick. I ain't do it. Mm-mm. No, I expressed my disappointment and advised her on to correct whatever she did wrong. You know, things that don't deserve her attention. Uh, don't give it to them. Put it into your schoolwork. Or that line about doing your homework and all that. No, because I'm not gonna lie. I don't hawk my kids about schoolwork, and I'm gonna tell you why. I was never hawked about my schoolwork. I chose to do my shit. I wanted to get good grades. You feel what I'm saying? And it wasn't because I thought that I was gonna get something out of the deal. Because half time, only person really gave a fuck about my report card other than me for real was my father. My mother, she ain't care. She ain't never checked no homework, nothing like that. But luckily I like going to school, so she ain't never have to worry about me trying to hook school or give her a whole bunch of excuses why. Like, I didn't stay home because my period was on, bitch. I packed up whatever I needed to pack up, stay clean and fresh for the day, and my book bag, and I went the fuck to school. Took my little Tylenols and kept it the fuck moved. Period, poo. Because I liked school. I like learning. I like dumb shit like color pencils and highlighters and writing in cursive and shit like that. Like, sorry. Like, that's why my dad always thought I would be a teacher. Because that's the type of shit I like. Which it was either teaching or doctor. When I showed him how smart I really was academically, he been telling me, like, he bought my first doctor set. I had a picture of it on Christmas. What is it? 81? Christmas 81? I was still living in DC at the time. We lived on 18th Street. I had that fucking sailor dress on. Fucking hated them sailor dresses. And you know what, my mother, because let me tell you something, my aunt, and this is my aunt by marriage, my uncle married her, my aunt Nancy. And here y'all from the district, y'all know on Pennsylvania Avenue, the motherfucking Mortons. My aunt back then was the fucking manager, and my father got the police discount on top of my. So I kept Morton's. Y'all remember Morton's? I ain't gonna say everything I had came from there, but my aunt Nancy looked out. So yeah, I made sure I always had a winter coat. My parents always made sure I was never one of them kids dressed like this and it's snow on the ground. No, my parents always made sure. Cause I ain't gonna lie, my mother ain't get my father. That's who really made sure I had a winter coat. No bullshit. He always even when I got pregnant with Kanaja, as soon as the winter hit, come on, you need a winter coat. This weather done changed out here. Yeah. Cause I found out I was pregnant uh, in late August, early September. So once like and then around my birthday hit, it started getting chippy outside. He's like, no, you're gonna need a winter coat. You gotta keep that baby warm. Yo. And the crazy part, I I still have that coat. That coat is the most warmest coat. Like I need to find out how to get the strings in the hood and then the waist replaced. But that motherfucking coat is a beast. And that bitch held on 25 motherfucking years. And shout out if the company is still open or not. Like when it blizzard, that motherfucker, I ain't never had worry about nothing with that coat. I ain't never get frostbite. I wasn't if I had to wear that bitch at the bus stop, nigga. I was so motherfucking warm. Don't let me have on earbuffs and gloves, bitch. It's on. Cause it covered everything. And I can pull my hands up in the sleeves and they got Velcro around the wrist. I can tighten it up to keep the coat and stick them down in my. Listen, that coat is the bomb. And I'll be one of them babies is gonna inherit that motherfucking coat because that bitch is serious. And I love that motherfucking coat. I would never get rid of that coat because that bitch is dead serious. Kai probably wind up with that coat. He might wind up big enough to wear it. Just as a winter coat, when it's snow or if you gotta shovel snow, it's not to be snazzy or fancy or whatever, whatever. It's just to keep your motherfucking ass warm. And yep, still got that bitch. My brother laugh every time I wear it because me and him both got that coat, but he had the black one. I wanted the one that he had. They didn't have no more, so I had to get the other color, which was gray, and it had like black patches on it. I was like, I'll make it work because I wore black most of the time anyway, so it worked. Feel me? But yep, 25 years, man. I have been a mother for 25 years. Like I still can't believe it. No, I still can't believe that I've been a mom for 25 years. Because they up crazy. But you know what? My babies know me. I'm an open book to my kids. I don't hold no whole bunch of secrets. I don't do no whole bunch of lying to them. Like the one thing I may tell a little fib here and there if it's around their birthday, like to sneak them gifts and surprises. Yes, I will lie, and they've learned that. But that is the only time. Other than that, when they come to me and ask me questions, I give them the truth. And 95% of the time, it's textbook truth or shit that I've experienced myself truth. Like, I know what is going to happen in certain situations. You feel me? So that's where I'm at with it. Like, I love my kids, but can I just started it all? you know, for me as a mom. But I had a lot of practice before Kanaja though. I did. I did. Because my brothers were older than me and they started having kids before me. So I was always an avid auntie. Like, my brothers had it good with me when it came to their kids. And I'm saying that because they didn't never have to worry about them. Like, if I could, I babysat them all the time, you know, all the time. Like, my nieces and nephews now, as my daughter are in their 20s, mine is in their 30s and 20s. You feel what I'm saying? So they was around for a long time. And they I love them. They was my kids first. Like, the same shit I do for my kids, buy them clothes, take them to McDonald's, take them to the ice cream truck. I did. Everybody got the same treatment, and that's weird because Kanaja, prior to having two younger siblings later on in life, she said, "Ma," I asked her. I said, "Well, Kanaja, before I got with Al, and had kind of booger, like, he was pretty much the only child." I said, "How did it make you feel?" She was like, "Mom, you know what? That ain't bothering me." I said, "For real?" She said, "Nah." She was like, "Man, I was never bored." She was like, "Yo, my cousins was around, and I'm telling you, that warmed my heart so good, y'all. It warmed my heart so good because it let me know that I did something right." This is what she told me as an adult. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, "No, I ain't have that." She was like, "No, my cousins was always around." But my niece Armani, she always tells me that, like, Auntie, I don't feel like my cousins are my cousins. I feel like they my brothers and my sisters because of how we was raised. Like, I don't know, like, my brothers allowed me to, be a part of their kids' life and be a good part and a big part. I'm not saying the whole part, of course. I didn't make them. I didn't tell them, how to do everything, but whatever positive influence that I could have on them, I did. And some of the crazy shit that go on with them now, I kind of influence too, because it's like all my nephews rap. All of my nephews are into music, and that's what happened when you let me babysit. It's gonna be music on, and I listen to some motherfucking real MCs, and I listen to some fire ass classic fucking music, and whatever time frame they were in with me, I was in the time frame of that music. Like, even during the 2000s, Durian, I'm listening to Little John and the East Side Boys and Jada Kiss and fucking, and shit like that. And he's listening to it. This nigga thought he was 50 Cent for like 3 years. Like, you had to okay, wait a minute. He was two people. He was Little Scrappy and he was 50 Cent. Little Scrappy was who he was when he got tired of being 50 Cent. He was like, "Call me Little Scrappy." He was like, "Okay, cool." When he was tired of being 50, he was Little Scrappy. And that's because at the time, that's all I listened to. Because I was in the clubs at the time, and Little John was hot. So anything with them East Side Boys, I was on it here. And I was Rockefeller. You know what I'm saying? That's all I listened to. I listened to everything, but it's like it depended on what era we were in, what decade we were in, on what I was listening to. But I only listened to the fire and shit of that decade. Does that make sense? Never listen to no ill shit. Like, everybody's got their little song that they like make that might be a one hit wonder or whatever. Yeah, I got a few of those, but like a lot of the shit I listen to, Longevity. Longevity. Like, okay, the first go around, my daughter, when Biggie died, I was pregnant with Kanash. That shit sent me. I had Braxton Hicks contraction behind Biggie dying. On God. So she was growing up listening to a lot of Biggie, Junior Mafia, especially her first year, because he had only been gone for about a year. So it was still fresh. It was still under investigation. It was, you know, yeah, yeah. During that time, my nephew, Dominique, he's 2. He's born in 92. So, no, I think 91. So he's at that age where he can talk and speak. And mind you, anybody that knew Dominique when he was a year old, that nigga could talk. Ain't no goo goo gaga. That nigga could talk. Like we would have whole conversations. Like it was to the point I would let the nigga answer the house phone because the nigga had phone etiquette at a year and a half years old. Okay, and could tell you who on the phone. Okay, so during that time, Biggie was alive, so he got me listening to Conspiracy every day, Ready to Die every day. Anything Bad Boy, I was on it. You know, it just musically, and then it became the flip mode. You know, and the other crews that I fuck with, like Naughty by Nature, like he loves hip hop array. Like yo, he in daycare singing fucking Lost Boys. You feel me? Because that's what I'm listening to in the 90s. That's what I'm rocking every day. You feel me? And not to mention, the influence around him, but a lot of your time is being spent with me. And what I do on my downtime, when I ain't out in the streets running around being crazy and fighting and going to school and shit, is sit in the house and listen to music and tape videos. So that's why it was no problem for me to be in the house with him because I'd be taping videos, running baths, making chicken nuggets, and me and him be chilling, drinking juices, and fucking watching TV. But I didn't have a problem with that, you know? But then time progressed, and so did the music. So a lot of, like, Kanaja, one of her favorite songs, like, it's so crazy. It's fucking Lucchini by Camp Low. She loves that song because I played it a lot cleaning up. Like that is one of her, and I understand. Like that song is hip hop. If you're a hip hop head and you don't like Lucchini, nigga, fuck you, because that shit is fire. That is one of the most well put together songs in hip hop. You feel me? Just from the flow, the beat. Like I'm not saying, oh, it's the best of the best. No, but yes, it it's a part of hip hop and it's appreciated. Let's say that. I fucking love that song. But like she loves that song, you know, because her mother came up through her and her music game was. Now I'm not gonna say that. Oh, I ain't never listened. Like I'm gonna tell you something. Another thing about Connection, I thought she was gonna grow up and fucking hate Mary J. Blige. Oh, I kept telling all my homegirls, I said, yo, B people hate Mary J when she get older, because that's all the fuck I play. And that's all me and my homegirls sit around. Like me and Kiara, we in the house, we in there drinking and crying and shit. And or me and McKill, we in there crying and all three of us in there, you know what I mean? And we listening to Mary the whole time. And when and me at the time, every new Murray album I had that bitch at the time, all of them, you know, up until that recent time. Like every album. So we would have a day where we would just play all them bitches. You know what I mean? And I thought she was gonna hate. No, my daughter actually left. MJB, thank you. Thank you for being you. And Puffy, I appreciate whatever shimmer you and Andre Harrell put together to put into Mary J. Blige, because that woman did something to my life. And I'm going to say that because one of my good girlfriends, my sister friend, that's one of the ties that bonded us, that we both liked Mary J. Blige. And like, it could have been because we're going to say it's some Mary J. naysayers out here. It's some, oh, she can't sing live and da. You know what, though? But her fucking attitude, let me tell you something about that black girl magic. It don't mean shit. But there would never be another MJB, though. You hear? They're going to try to duplicate, mimic, and that is the queen of remix. Listen, queen of hip hop soul, they say. Put some respect on Murray's name. You heard me? Because that motherfucking woman is unbreakable. 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 And good evening, gorgeous. But yeah, and coming through the 90s, that woman right there, that Mary J. Woo! Like, it's so funny because you couldn't turn on a radio station without hearing her. Whether it's up tempo or a ballad, you couldn't get away from Mary J. Blige. You still can't get away from Mary J. Blige right to this minute. So when she first exploded onto the scene, yeah, respect MJB, respect, respect. So she's an artist. She's an artist, and that's what the 90s gave us. The 90s gave us Mary. You know, they gave us that 411 because we needed to know Mary. Yes, honey, we needed to know. But I thank you. I thank you, Mary, because all that love that you lost and found in each and one of them albums, honey, we was there with you. We was there. I was searching for that good love, that love that you, that real love, someone to set my heart free. Found him, found him. hmm And he was 7 days too. He definitely was saying that. Yeah, I had to go from 411 straight to Share My World because he was 7 days, honey. I know. Yeah, but he stayed. He stayed. Yes, he did. That is, hey, that is my love without a limit. Love no limit. Yes. Well, people, it is coming to the end of this week's installment of Brickhouse Radio Live with your girl, Karma, aka Cam, or Mrs. Allen, Kamala Allen. Yes, I ain't scared to say my government because I don't think I got no more. I might. Because bitches be hating. They be hating a little bit. So, but hopefully no warrants. So, you know, I tell y'all all the time, I appreciate y'all that do share or at least watch or click like or whatever on my videos, because I do stream through YouTube as well as Facebook Live. So, I just want y'all to know that I appreciate it, and you know, God is blessing me little by little. He may feel like I can't take too much at once, so I'm gonna accept what I got and let my heart keep smiling because my babies made me proud today, you know. And my oldest is 25, y'all. Whew. My baby be 13 next month. I know. My baby be 13 next month, but I'll probably be crying again, y'all. I've been crying since I got up this school. So, but I definitely appreciate y'all. And I look forward to seeing y'all next week. And I can get to tell y'all about my trip to North Kakalaki. Um, Oh, look, my husband made me done. He want me to do it. But I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And see y'all next week. Brickhouse Radio Live. I keep telling y'all, I ain't here for the likes. I'm just here for the love and keep it 100 with you. Cam out, baby.